Hello and welcome to part 10, the first part of which will be spent fixing the route, which we didn't fix in the previous episode. Now, I will have to remind myself that it was the stopping service we needed to fix, and how am I going to do this? What we'll do is we'll send this to the depot. It's going to Winepool depot, that's fine. And then we will create a new starting train. There probably should be a depot in Prunningpool Falls. While that's going back to the depot, let's assess what we're going to do afterwards. Now, I'd say that because we've built an express line, the next thing we should do is maybe just build a branch line around here. After I've built one more railway, then I will start and build some bus routes and things around what we've just built. What I'm thinking is that it would be quite cool to basically build a branch line that incorporates some of these little towns along this coast. The one thing I'm thinking with that is, though, that basically, so let me just grab some railways just so I can demonstrate my idea. So if we maybe made a railway which came from here and kind of went down this way, it could be quite a good shout, though these trains couldn't use these branch line services because there's only one platform, and I don't want them becoming congested. Though to be fair, I don't really think they need to anyway. I mean, that's got a good rating for its services, and it's only using 3 trains, and that one's good as well. Although it's got 1,000 passengers, Jesus Christ. Winepool. Okay, so there's quite a lot of... Yeah, so I mean, most of the passengers are going to Winepool anyway. It's not as if we could benefit them in any way by running a service the opposite way down the line. So I think that that's obviously what we'll look at next. But first we need to sort out this timetable. Let's get rid of this train. And let's go back to this one that we've just made. I'll move the microphone a little bit further away from my face, because it's entangling with my facial hair. That's not what we want, is it? Now, let's have a look. So, we've got not all timetabled. Oh. Oh dear, right, man. I'm just going to let that one autofill. Right, so you can autofill. And while that's autofilling, we will start surveying for our branch line. Right, so let's have a look. Let's have a gander around and see what's happening. Meeborn seems to be doing okay. I keep coming over to this town expecting there to be like 3,000 passengers, because I mean, look, it's 2,500 population, but it seems to be serviced quite well. I think the buses and the train routes actually holding back quite well. It's serving it as it should. I guess any passengers that are wanting to go further up the line can just change in Bootown, which seems proportionately large. Let's actually raise some land here and just give it a bit of room to expand, because that would benefit us quite a lot. So let's just do this. There we go. So that just lets Bootown expand a little bit. Now, where can we terminate this? So if we had a branch line going from here, let's see what services we could use. Winepool, again, Wannington. Wannington's further down here, isn't it? Where's Wannington? Ah, well, it's probably around here somewhere. I can't even click on it just to go to... Oh, I can! Apparently. Wannington. Alright. 3,000 passengers! What is going on? They're all wanting to go to Bootown. That's surprising. That's very surprising. I mean, look, there's 2,000 passengers waiting in a population of which is 271. Yeah, that makes complete sense to me. Nothing to question here whatsoever. Right, what can we do? What can we do? We'll assess that later. That's more of a fix the current system kind of project. This one's an expand the system. So what we do is, let's check these sections here. That one's only got 9 passengers. This will obviously have quite a few, which we'd expect. Where are they wanting to go? Sunborn Cross. Okay, that's fine. That's being serviced. Labrador. Right, that's fine. So there's a lot wanting to go to Labrador. Little Bromborn. See, there are quite a few that are wanting to go, and Meeborn especially. So, what we should do is, I think this could be a good cause for us to create this little chord here. So let's begin building in Meborn. So what we'll do first is, this is our idea, this is our plan of action. We're going to create a branch line that goes from Meborn to Labra, Nunnington, and then it'll skip these two stations, come around to, well, likely Harnhall, this town here, Pindley, and then we'll join it on there in Somborn Cross. We'll have to figure out a way to do this junction. And then from here, I would say we should make the branch line go beyond this station down to here and onto this little isle. We could have a station here which serves as a ferry to Reddingstone. Wow, that's grown quite a lot, hasn't it? We were going to build a extension there, weren't we? But we didn't have the money. Let's do that now. We're in the money. And then what we could do is build that around there as well. That looks good. Right, so let's start our branch line in Meborn. So we're going to build a second platform, which means that we're going to have to get some buffers. If I can get the right kind of buffers, we want Dutch station. Thank you. Right, Dutch. Create those buffers there. And what we'll do is create another side of the station. We'll make it the same, just for, you know, OCD's sake. And let's be very generous and add some lights here. Right. So this will then be the junction. We'll just add a standard crossover like that. How should we do this junction? Should we have it so we basically move these tracks over one and have them both stop there, and then this line goes beyond? That might be a good idea. So what we'll do is, right, we'll have this go like that. So that's now the outbound line. Get rid of that. And then we'll have a signal there, which is in the same space, bear in mind, so that works out quite well. One there, and one here. And then that will serve this side. Then let's just tidy up these roads here, because, I mean, they're building quite sporadically. Let's get rid of those. And then let's put, whoopsie daisy. I know, that means we don't do it again. Right. And then we can have, what do we need? Yeah, we're going to have a quick loop here. It's only going to be a branch line service, so it doesn't need to be too long. That's how we'll do it, I believe. In fact, no, it's not. Can we do this? No, we can't do that. Let's do this. No, that house! Curses. There we go. That's how it'll look. So then let's add our signals. Let's put a signal here, actually. There, there, and there will be a signal. Oh, that one was fine, actually. Let's put that back. 1, 2, 3. Let's put it there. 1, 2. No, let's put it there. 2, 3. That's fine. That can move back a bit because there's 2 signals now there instead. Let's put one here for capacity. That should be fine. So we now have Meborn is a bidirectional station. It's basically just an off branch. So we'll have the service run up from here. Then Labra looks fine for now. Maybe in the future we could look at adding a third platform, but it seems to be quite a quiet stretch. Most of the trains go off to Meborn. Nunnington, that's fine. Though in the future, I am debating taking up advice on how we can use waypoints to section certain trains into certain platforms. So I may actually build like a branch line platform, which is just for this service here. That could be a future project. But for now, it'll be okay, because it's going to be a sparse service. Then past here, it doesn't matter, because it's going to skip that station, skip that one. And then the junction here. How are we going to do this one? We can't really go over this railway, because that's one block section here. So that won't work. What we could do is this. Why don't we? So we've got quite a bit of room here to play with. First of all, I'm just going to level that land, because I don't want the train tracks getting flooded. That's obviously not what you want. Now, we need one tile there, so we can have a tunnel here, you see. Which means shifting up the tracks slightly. So that one would now go there. Whoops. No! Terrible mistake! Oh, no, it's fine. Oh well. Nice driving, Mr. Train Driver. Well, I guess it's not him that's actually deciding the route, is it? Okay, so that'll be one tunnel. And we can have the second tunnel here. So we can basically make a branch line which doesn't interfere with the services on that line. Perfect. So that will be our junction. And let's signal this. Let's give it some signals. Let's put a signal there. Do we need a signal there? I don't think we do, actually. In fact, yeah, we're going to have a signal there. Normal signals here. Don't need to be path signals, do they? Yes, they do, because there's this little section here. Path signals there. Nope, we don't want that. So path signals are in. Why is that one coming back? Is that one... yeah, that's fine. I thought I saw the train go up there. No, that was that one. That's fine. Oops. Hello, desktop again. Wouldn't be a video without a sneak peek of the desktop, would it? Which gradually gets more unorganized with every episode. Right, okay, so let's have a look at our branch. So this is finished now, hasn't it? It's gone to Warmpool. So let's do this. You can go back to Drinley. No, don't put an implicit order in. Go non-stop to Drinley, please. Okay, so let's quickly just finish this route. Let's just get this train out of the way. So, Drinley, it can stop for... Was it 5 days? We were going to have 3 days, 3 days, 3 days all the way down. Because if it's in 2 anyway, I mean, this has auto-filled the route while passengers have been at the station, so an extra day on top of loading times should be enough for it to reset its timetable. So straight away, we've given it about 15 days. Where's its middle point? So that's the last one. It is Somborn Cross, isn't it? No, it's not. It's Prunningpool Falls. You can wait for 5 days there as well. And what were we calling this route? We were calling it the Falls Stopping. So let's do this. But you can go to the depot. Falls Stopping, which is already in its correct group. So let's reset its timetable. Let's just make sure that this is going to work. My mouse decides to actually... What's it doing? Trying to work out whether it's the mouse with something underneath the laser or whether it's my mouse mat. It's a 50 quid mouse. It shouldn't really be that. Right. I don't want that. One thing that's going to be quite annoying is realising that 22 is actually their first service, not 15. Like, so it's the second one down, which is the first one. Okay, so control start date. Let's set it as the 20th of May. And let's just check this one to see whether it lines up. So that's July. Looking good. Yes, I would say that that's fine. But let's make more trains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 trains is what we'll have on the route. Yeah, that should be enough. In fact, I'm going to say 5. Right. Reset that. Control start date. And let's have it as the 1st of June. Set that. And then let's just double check that... Well, it's the 19th or 7th. Yep, that's fine. Oh no! Desktop, not now. 22nd. Go. Go! You've got 3 days to make it to the station. 29th. 30th. 31st. Come on, 1st. Yes! Well, it might be a bit late. 1 day late. I can live with this. We can live with this. Come on. I just want it to work. I just want you to be on time. I have such low expectations of you, yet you still shatter them. Let's move that away from the side. Let's set you off. And then once that one goes, I'll release the other train. So one platform for the express and the semi-fast services to operate while we're waiting. So for stopping, then I'll feel at ease. I'll feel like our express route is finally complete. We can just leave it be and let it generate us quite a bit of money. Then there's the last train going. And there we are. Our stopping service is finally complete. So we have, yep, these are going to generate us quite a lot of money. Nunnington. Ah, so they'll be changing in one pool, and then, yeah, it's a good job we have the express service, which stops here, isn't it? And the mail service as demonstrated there. Right, so let's get back to building our branch line route. Right, so we're going to make it just a 2-track all the way along, with some smaller stations. Let's build a bridge here, over to this section. Hello, cat. Are you happy with my bridge? Should be. It is a nice bridge. It is a good specimen of a bridge. It does what a bridge should do. It gets you over impossible falls. Yep, I know. It's amazing, isn't it? I swear there must be something with my recorder that just says, cat, attention, play, go. Let's move this. Now, the station here, let's have it in this open area there. It will be quite a good area for it to be. Again, we can go straight onto this embankment. I do like the terrain on this map, actually. Just the right amount of mountains and things. Not enough to make it impossible to get to certain towns, but enough to make it a challenge, which is what you want, isn't it? Oops, I've done that too far. Let's leave that as a tunnel. We might as well create a bit of variance to the route. We don't just want to... I kind of fall into the trap when I have enough money of just saying, yeah, we'll just landscape everything. Let's just flatten all this. And it's like, no, that's not how it would go. We need to make sure that we're being respectful of the environment as well. And we'll create these as just 2 tiled stations. They don't need to be too long. It's like this one here. One there and one there. And then extra platform. That's all they need to be. They're not going to be long trains. We're going to have these as 10 long. I'm going to say 8 actually. There we go, so that's 8 and oops. And then 8 long here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, signals there. Cool, and we'll put a signal there anyway. So I'll put the signals right up to this station. Yes, I will. And we'll create another set there. There we go. Because as I imagine it, it could be a case of it could be an idea to run one express service from Meeborn around the route, but just one, because it'll definitely get caught in traffic. Let's raise this, bring the railway up onto this ledge, and have the station there for this town. So if we go like that, and come back onto this ledge, like so. Station can go there. Someone mentioned this, so we'll have the old style bridge. It is quite a good bridge, it's just the other ones seem to adapt so well to the bridges that you can have near stations. So we'll do that. We'll go to the desktop just for a quick look. Let's how can we get to this area over here? Let's demolish one of these houses. And raise that. I like this town, it's quite cool. I like the terrain. I hope that town grows. I want more trains running there. No! Sorry, farmers. Right, so we're at the junction here. How are we going to do this? So we're going to use someone cross, I'm imagining. So how are we going to connect probably the most awkwardly made station that I've created to the new branch line? So this one's easy enough. That just goes along there. If we could move these tracks outwards a little bit, then surely I would be able to do something similar. That's going to slow the trains down. That's the problem. I don't really want to do that. Think. Let's have a think. We could just lower this platform for simplicity's sake. Yeah, because it doesn't need a signal there, does it? I think that might be the easiest idea. Let's lower this platform. Would be that the stopping service happens to use the route just at the time I want to demolish that platform. We'll have to be very quick as well. Go, right, speed build, speed run, go, demolish, and it's up to there and back. Right, okay, so they're back. Let's connect it back up again. There we go. I just don't want the trains going on some random route because they can't find the station. Okay, so that's that done. So yes, what would happen is there would just be... Can I remove that? No, I can't, so let's expand there. Let's put the tracks up to this section. Right, so if I do that, now every track can go to every direction, can't it? Hopefully that doesn't become a bottleneck. Only time will tell. It should be okay. Should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's put that there, that there. But the other side of the platform. One more signal there. That was quite easy. It was quite quick. Let me just edit this here to make it a bit more in keeping. Let's give them a nice waiting room because it's going to be I imagine a what's the word? A changeover station, a transfer station, kind of you know. So passengers coming from this route would probably get trains up here to Wormhole. So yes, okay. So that's that branch route done. Where are we going to have the depot? And someone else mentioned sidings as well, which is going to become quite important. So I think we should start building with sidings. Let's create a set of sidings here. And for anyone who doesn't know how they work, at least it'll give me a chance to explain them. We'll do this. So these can be some local sidings. So, oh no, I was going to do that. 2, 3, 4. So 4 long, that's fine. Then we were going to build this section here, weren't we? So let's have it go through Donston. Where could it go through? Best shout looks to be doing this. Let's connect you up there instead. Get rid of this road. And then might as well do that. So let's put this up here. Put a bridge in. Like so. And then we can move the railway back out after that and go around this forest. I do like railways that look very contemporary, look as if they were, you know, they would exist in real life. Because, I mean, you wouldn't just build... Well, actually, I was going to say you wouldn't just build point A to point B as much of a straight line as possible. But to be honest, that's how a lot of new railways are built. I guess in the UK, because we're the country with the oldest railways, and they don't really tend to work like that. After the Second World War, pretty much every European country made a decision either to... because obviously, you know, the railways were pretty much destroyed after the Second World War because they were the subject of a lot of targets. So raids and things on countries, they tended to try and aim for the railways because it would cut the supply for production and things for you know, ammunition and vehicles, etc. So railways were quite damaged. Now every country went through a process as to deciding whether or not to destroy all the network and just rebuild from scratch, which is pretty much what every country did, apart from the UK, who chose to rebuild the railways. Then about 20 years later, they realised that there were too many, and they basically just, well, axed about 3/4, I think they were. So in the UK, you tend to find that the railways, quite a lot like the roads in Europe, they follow quite a sporadic pattern because they're when they were produced by lots of competing railway companies. So, for instance, in London, you actually find that there's sometimes like 2 or 3 railways which follow the same route, just maybe, you know, sometimes even like a couple of 100 meters apart. That's because originally they were competing train companies, but now they tend to serve as express and local lines. It's quite bizarre to see, really. But it is interesting, the history of the railways in the United Kingdom. I mean, just recently there was an uproar. I think I might have mentioned something similar because they're building a new railway in Manchester, a very short railway, about 200 feet, which aims just to connect to. So in Manchester, sorry, so you have like, I don't know, a railway that goes like that and like this. They're basically just building this kind of cord here, but a double-track electrified one, and that actually intersects the sidings which go to the first ever passenger terminus which was created on a railway or a railway line, which was the Manchester terminus of the Liverpool to Manchester branch. So there was a huge uproar because everyone was saying, well, it was a heritage railway, it should be preserved for history and things, but nope, it's been demolished. So I can kind of see the point of historians, but then again, you got to progress, haven't you? Right, so within my rants, I have created 2 stations. I've created, obviously, the railways coming down here now. So let's create. No, well, it looks like quite a nice bus actually. Let's create another station here. It's going to be quite. It's going to be quite on the outskirts, but it'll do. It'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Let's build our railway here, like so. Now we're going to have to work out how we're going to build the bridge over to here. Let's maybe just extend that out and give these a crossing point. We will narrow them down to 1 bridge because that seems the most realistic. So just 1 bridge over. A truss bridge. And then we'll have the terminus station down here. Right. So we'll have a signal there and there. Whoa, I pressed the Windows key. That was my fault that time. I couldn't place signals. There we go. So that's our signals done up to there. Oops, CDAZ. Then let's replace this one with a path signal. Build a platform here. Because it's on a level crossing, let's use the stairs, as that's obviously a wise, logical decision. Let's remove the road from here. Because this is a smaller island, let's try and preserve as much as we can. Let's keep that as a level crossing afterwards. Track down here. The terminus can be over here. How can we reconstruct this town? Let's... Oh, no, I don't want to delete that. Let's do this. So our railways will come down there, like that. What I'll actually do... Oh, sugar. Let's raise this land here. Rebuild that bridge, which is actually there. Raise this land, raise this land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Let's put that there. There we go. I don't feel like I'm taking as much of their land that way, you see. And then we'll create some buffer stops, which will be like so. Right at the end of this line. So we've got quite a good branch line going, really. I think it's going to serve quite well, especially with the ferry route that we'll put in. Where's the ticket office thing? There it is. So we'll do that. Have benches, and we'll make this as the 3-long station. 3-tile long. Put timetables up. At the other end, we will have a set of docks. Has to be on flat land. That's fair enough. And then we can have a ferry service over here, thus expanding Fex's ferries. Down here. There we go. Right. It's looking good. Signals there and here. That's all fine. So we'll need one more station, which can be similar to before. We'll just use some stairs for it. Where are the stairs? Where are they? Right, there they are. And benches. And there's our branch line. So we have a branch line which comes down to here. With the time being what it is, we'll populate the line in the next episode. So what we'll do in that episode, we will... Wow, look how much Reddingstone's grown. We'll create a ferry from Reddingstone, which now has a lot of passengers, to Hadding Head Cross. And then from there, we'll create a branch line service, which will go all the way through here, up through this new branch line we've created off the main line, down to Meeborn. And then we'll also create an express service, which just like one train which services the main stations along this route and goes to the ferry port. This has been part 10 of the series. Hopefully you joined us in part 11, and hopefully you've enjoyed watching us. Save the game again so you know there's no shenanigans off camera, and thank you very much for watching.